There could be a major change coming to the NFL after a judge ruled that some NFL players that played in preseason games could potentially return to college. What? We're going to talk about that. Then Fernando Mendoza went out there in his second preseason game. Was it a rough outing or did he perform decent? We'll talk about that. And then the Ravens had something to say about their former coaching staff that included John Harbaugh. Was it a shot or no shot? We're going to talk about it, break it all down, but you gotta hear the music first.
Welcome to your number one spot for all NFL news and content, NFL Central.
What's going on, football fans, and welcome back into another episode of NFL Central, your number one spot for everything NFL. I'm your host here, Bobby, joined by Steve-O. So no matter what team you root for, as long as you like talking football, this is the place for you. So ensure that you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Steve-O, what's the word?
What's the word?
Oops, there it is.
Buddy is there.
But hey, let's jump right into it. So, Steve-O, we could potentially be seeing some guys that played in preseason games return to college. A Louisiana judge granted a temporary restraining order Wednesday that could allow more than 30 college athletes a fifth year of eligibility. Wednesday order states that the NCAA has until August 31st to show cause why a continued preliminary injunction should not be granted in this case, which would protect the player's eligibility as the case moves forward. Steve-O, major changes possibly on the way that allow some players to return to college after receiving some NFL experience. How you feeling about this whole ordeal, bro? This is crazy.
Is this the NBA? Because essentially that's what it is. But like, I mean, this is what happens when you bring NIL shit into the mix. You're gonna have people that feel like, okay, I'm gonna try to go at this professional route, but if it's not up to my suit and it's not what I thought it was up to be, I'm gonna find a loophole of some factor, and I'm gonna go back to college and get the bag that I think I deserve there until I can work my way back or keep doing what I'm doing until I can do it no more. And that's essentially what's happening in both sports. And I just think we're just headed down a dark road because at the end of the day, what this is going to end with? A court, lawsuits, somebody getting sued, and who else knows what type of thing that's going to bring down. So it's going to be some ish.
It's definitely gonna be some ish if guys that are getting ready to get cut by their NFL team that they spent training camp with is allowed to go back to college. Now, I'm not gonna be a hypocrite because when it came to some basketball decisions, I understood it to where some guys they play in NBA Summer League and then you know what I'm saying they on that what's called an Exhibit 10 contract. For those that don't know, in the NBA, some guys that go undrafted can sign Exhibit 10 contracts with the respective NBA team, go through the NBA Summer League, and is automatically invited to an NBA training camp. So I can't be a hypocrite in that. And then saying that these players can't attend the training camp, maybe show up in a preseason game and are not allowed to go back to college if it doesn't work out. We just seen a number of players in the NBA receive an extra year of eligibility after that on that Exhibit 10 contract, and they are returning to their schools. So maybe this is something. It's definitely gonna be this conversation is definitely deeper than what it is gonna get deeper because right now these rulings are setting a precedent that we don't give a damn. Yeah, we know said player played in a preseason game, but at the end of the day, hey, y'all didn't sign him, y'all didn't pick him up. And this guy may feel like he getting cut. So why can't he go back to college? It's crazy work, Steve-O. It's crazy work, bro. But
It is what it
yeah,
is,
go ahead.
bro.
Then I got a question.
Go ahead.
The question is do you see a difference in this though? Because some guys in the NBA are heading back after summer league, not necessarily with the main roster. The football guys are actually competing against guys that are expected to be on the main roster and is even playing in NFL like games with some of the starters. Is there a
Yeah,
difference in that, or like
it's a
how you
slight
feel?
difference because yeah, like if you do well, you have a chance of making the roster for real, for real. Like the likelihood of you making a roster in the summer league is still slim to none. Like it's
Right.
still if you're especially if you're not a draft pick. Like if you're not a draft pick, second round pick, it's gonna be very slim to none. Your likelihood of you performing well, you're gonna be a part of the G League. The difference between that is if you play well enough in that situation, you can go to the damn league. You can make the actual roster, and then also you can make the practice squad as well. So yeah, I
And
think
that's
it's slightly different.
I agree with you. And that last part though, the practice squad. So there was some figures being broke down that to where if some guys go back to college, let's say to a SEC team, they'll be making more money that 1 year going back to let's say Ole Miss or LSU than they will be making in one single year on the practice squad, bro.
Yep.
So why wouldn't guys want to go back to the SEC school, recuperate the bag, add on to their, you know what I'm saying, their money, their finances, and
Hmm.
potentially have an opportunity to increase their stock. You know what I'm saying? And actually be drafted maybe higher than what they were previously drafted, or if they weren't drafted at all. It's bro,
It's gonna be messy.
this you want to know what I think? It started with that damn Sorsby kid. I'm blaming him.
Yep.
I'm blaming
Hmm.
him. He went out and betted on his team, and the judge said, to hell with it. He can still go play football. And now, to your earlier point, with his money involved in all of this, and there's really not any guardrails in the NCAA, and now you're getting the judicial system involved in all this. Man, sports are getting crazy about a day. Who
Every day.
wrote this script, Steve-O?
The mafia.
For real. Because that is crazy, bro. They talking about at least more than 30 athletes are waiting on a decision for their 5th year eligibility. Crazy work. Crazy work. They ain't even tried the UFL or the CFL. They said to hell with that. let me
You're
let
going
me
back
go
to
get a
college.
go to real. Let me go get an M in college. I'm telling you.
My mama.
But that's y'all let us know how y'all feeling about that whole ordeal, because while there are some slight differences amongst the sports, you know, with basketball and football, as we explained, it's still something I didn't see necessarily happening in the NFL, but this is where we are. Let us know your thoughts and everything down below. Now, Steve-O, it's time to jump into some NFL action. Fernando Mendoza had his second start yesterday in preseason. He went 8 of 15, 86 yards. He did throw a bad interception, but I like the way he bounced back. Fernando Mendoza's second game was blank in your mind.
A rookie. Play like a rookie. And I'm not expecting him to be perfect. I'm expecting exactly what I saw. He's gonna go out there and look good at times. He's gonna go out there and struggle. This game he struggled. Throwing a bad pick six. He recognized why he threw the bad. It was a bad throw, bad decision. Um, and like you said, he was able to do some good things after that. And pretty much fell it on a solid end. But yeah, he a rookie. I'm not going to do too much or do too low on it. I'm expect even if he was a starter, I would have been doing the same way. Cam Ward did the same thing. Every first pick did the same thing.
For real, Cam Ward ass was running for his back of the end zone last week.
For real. And this year too.
The real. We tried to figure it out for him. But I think Fernando Mendoza's second game, it was solid. Not great, but solid. You want to see the kid go through some adversity. He went through some adversity with that pick six. And then he bounced back and made some really good throws and had one of his wide receiver drop a crucial catch on him. Like, what are
Hmm.
we doing, bro? But at the end of the day, I like the resilience. I like how he came out. And Fernando Mendoza, if he a smart guy. He gonna learn real quick. If you hesitate, it's an interception or a bat down or it's a bad pass. You can't
every time.
hesitate in this league. These guys are the top of their position groups. They're
Creme de la creme.
exactly. That's what I was looking for. The creme de la creme. These guys, they too fast, too physical, too gifted, regardless if they second or third string. Yeah, in college, there's differences in where you, against who you play versus, you know what I'm saying, like Big Ten, SEC, and then some of these other conferences. There's gonna be some differences based on the school. You ain't gonna
These
find too
all
many
yeah.
differences in this league, especially with D'Amico Ryans. I don't give a damn if it wasn't a lot of starters out there. He's a hell of a defensive coordinator and head coach. He a
He made
monster.
it difficult. He made that game difficult for sure.
And that's what Fernando Mendoza gonna learn real quick in the NFL. That's why I'm hoping that because they don't want to name a starter. I'm like, bro, stop playing around with this. It's Kirk Cousins. What the fuck?
Right.
Like, what
Y'all
we
already
doing?
said it. Right.
For real. Like, stop playing. Like, I seen a report like they don't want to name a QB1. What? Who y'all playing with? Like, stop playing, bro. We know it's Kirk Cousins.
Right. It is what it is.
For real. But Steve-O also wanted to add on Mike Washington Jr. continues to impress. I ain't gonna lie. Yesterday, 9 rushes, 56 yards, had 2 receptions for 18 yards. What are your thoughts on Mike Washington Jr., bro?
If I'm looking at my chops, I'm the coaching staff because I'm really looking at the fact that I don't need an excellent passing game. I got 2 dogs at running back. That if they stay healthy, that could be the brunt of their attack when it comes to offense. So I think if they're smart about it, they should be a run first offense, in my opinion.
I agree with you, man. I told you, I said it last week after watching Mike Washington Jr. I'm gonna say it one more time. The Vegas Raiders have a 2-headed monster in their running back room brewing. Ashton Genty and Mike Washington Jr. can be a 1-2 punch that a lot of people don't want to face. Both guys can catch out of the backfield. Both guys can run in between the tackles and the outside. Both guys can lay the wood. You know what I'm saying? And both guys are going to break tackles. Mike Washington Jr. is a big mofo. The same with Ashton Genty. And now the offensive line has improved. NFL, look out. It's going to be scary. Look out.
It's going to be scary.
Because that's some crazy work, man. And look, I like them coming out of Arkansas. Relax. I got to say it every time. But the way it look right now, it is preseason. We definitely going to see how it translates into the regular season. But I can't be mad one bit at watching this.
I ain't gonna lie. I think most of the time running backs do translate in the preseason.
Yeah, for sure.
Most if you run anywhere, you can run anywhere.
For sure. I think that's valid. For sure. But, hey, D'Amico Ryans, good job. Good job.
Definitely.
Making it hard on that young guy, for real. Steve, I got a bone to pick. I don't know why people keep like, I get it. But when it comes to schemes in the preseason, some people are like, it's just going to be vanilla. Like somebody just going to dial up the Madden button and ask Madden. No, some fucking offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators, they're not going to throw the whole entire book, but they're going to experiment with different types of looks and blitz pressures, bro. I don't
know why that's the time to do, especially the creative ones. Like, I'm gonna see if I can. I've been thinking about this one player. If I send his ass on a blitz,
right? Like what? I get it. People like to use the word vanilla, but it's just football etiquette that gets.
If anything, I think the most thing that's vanilla is offense.
Yeah, in some aspects, not every aspect. But I want us to think at a bigger level. Not you, but us as a collective. You know what I'm saying? Everything ain't damn vanilla. There's going to be coaches that throw something out there. Be like, you know what? This play didn't work in practice. Let me see if it works here. And see how we can adjust. Just my little bone to pick. But before we get up out of here, let's talk about the Baltimore Ravens. Did they take a shot at John Harbaugh? Steve-O, I got to ask this question because Rashad Bateman was asked, what's the difference between this coaching staff and last year's coaching staff with John Harbaugh? Rashad Bateman said, everybody harps on the details. That's not what we've had here. Then Ronnie Staley came out and said, Jesse Minter just values the finer deals. Is that a shot or no shot? How you feeling?
Depends on who you talking to. It can be a shot because of the ending of the sentence of both of them, saying that we never had it here. You could take that as a shot for sure. But yeah, like it all depends on like Baltimore, the people in Baltimore, the players, of course, the old coaching staff, the fans, like they motherfuckers that really know. And then of course when it starts and then we actually see it on the field, I think that's when the world will see. We'll see if it's more detailed. We'll see if there's a difference because it was a very obvious type of ran organization, offense and defense when it came to the Baltimore Ravens for the last, I would say, 5, 6 years. So I think we'll all be able to tell a difference very quickly. So that's that I would say that about that. Was it dig? If me, I'll probably take it as a dig for sure.
I think it is definitely taking a shot at the last regime. Because what do you mean? We didn't really harp on details. Like, what do you mean? So then it has me questioning the Baltimore Ravens last regime. Like, y'all didn't pay close attention to the details, and we know in crucial games in the playoffs, trying to go on a run, details matter more than anything. You can have
Mhm.
a great scheme, but if you're not down to the details of executing said scheme, you're gonna have a tough time winning football games in those pressurized moments. So I must side with you, bro. I think it was definitely a shot at John Harbaugh. But if you go out there and you take a shot, that means we
Let it
gotta
hit.
call you to the forefront. Baltimore Ravens, we watching. It's time to put something on wax. Because if you're gonna talk, you gotta back it up at the end of the day. That's how I'm looking at it. For sure.
For sure.
Man,
You said it simply as it is.
bro, it's
You
just
got to
one of
hit.
those, yeah. It's one of those stages where you just can't sit around and just take shots and then you go out there and be mid. Baltimore Ravens, you taking shots. Now y'all expected to go be great. We gonna see. We go see. It did start off early, Steve O, with Declan Doyle saying, "Hey Lamar, get your ass in minicamp." On the real. Get your ass to minicamp. On the real. Ain't no you finna be traveling. It's time to get to work, buddy. But hey,
Damn,
man,
Skippy. It's definitely time to get to work.
for sure. I can't wait to see it, bro. We ain't that far away from actual regular season games, brother. It's right around the
And we
corner.
got what after this week? One more.
Two
After this
it's
weekend, we got one more preseason game.
yeah, one more preseason game, then that week off, and then we on a Wednesday. Let's go. That's for all the football fans out there, man. But hey, Steve-O, you got anything left, bro?
Nah, we pretty much covered everything this damn week. Shit.
For sure. We definitely covered everything this week, man. We will not be active over the weekend. We will be traveling, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure y'all stay locked in. We definitely still will be. You know what I'm saying? Unless something crazy pop off, you know what I'm saying? Somebody got to rush to a microphone or something if something crazy pop off. But y'all will not be hearing from us this weekend as we will be traveling for some things. Hey, but hey, man, make sure y'all go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let us know your thoughts down below, man. We appreciate y'all. Make sure you always love football. Y'all already know. We're going to catch y'all on the next one for sure. Peace.
This has been a presentation of the Break